Hello, I'm Chris Ossman, and this is Solutions. Enough complaining, let's fix America. Hello, I'm Chris Ossman, and this is Solutions. Enough complaining, let's fix America. Today I'm going to read yet another excerpt from my book, Solutions. Enough complaining, let's fix America. This excerpt is going to be about why there seem to be more and more conspiracies and fewer conspiracy theories. I'm first going to read the excerpt from the book, and then I'll maybe just describe my opinion a little more afterwards. This is from chapter 5, and the section is called, Is It Just Me, or Are There Fewer and Fewer Conspiracy Theories and more Conspiracies? I don't know that I have much to add to this section. Suffice it to say that as we Americans watch our empire crumble under its own weight, we can at least look back and gain an understanding of what caused this decline. Stepping backwards, let's look at more recent conspiracy theories that have been confirmed as outright conspiracies. 1. Our own intelligence agencies are spying on us. This was denied until Snowden proved to us all that we were in fact being spied on by our own government. 2. Saudi Arabia played a part in the attacks on 9/11. 28 pages showing that 15 of the 19 hijackers to be Saudi Arabian were redacted from the official report about the attacks on 9/11. 3. There was no reason to go to war with Iraq. During the Second Iraq War, point number 1, independent international inspectors told our government there were no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Point 2, Richard Clarke writes about how George W. Bush pushed for war with Iraq when the evidence showed Iraq had nothing to do with the attacks of 9/11. It's all in his book. The link is provided below. The first Iraq War. The Kuwait ambassador's daughter falsely testified to Congress about Iraqi soldiers removing babies from incubators and leaving them to die on the hospital floor. She was an aspiring actress and was coached on how to present this lie. George H.W. Bush, Poppy Bush, reiterated this false narrative to garner the public's support for war. Link provided below. The catalyst for the Viet Nam War never happened. At 16 years, Vietnam was once the longest war in which America was involved, but few know that America's involvement in Vietnam was based on a lie. The Gulf of Tonkin incident never happened. 5. America conducts false flag operations. The U.S.S. Liberty was attacked by Israeli forces under the guise of mistaken identity as an attempt to draw America into a war in the Middle East in 1967. A link is provided below. Declassified documents can be viewed on the National Security Agency NSA's website. Here, a link is provided below. 6. Here's an odd one. The FBI thought Hitler survived and was living in Argentina. Declassified documents on the FBI's website detail why the FBI thought Hitler might have survived the war. Link provided below. Before anyone gets worked up, I am not implying that Hitler is alive or was alive after World War II ended. I am merely pointing out that the FBI covered up their beliefs that he might have survived after the war. That makes this a conspiracy theory turned conspiracy. Besides, I thought it was interesting. And the list goes on, but this is not that kind of book. Use the links I've provided or look into these incidents yourself. You might discover that you've been lied to in ways to which you would never agree. As for my motivation in citing the examples above, I merely sought to establish the fact that we are not paying close enough attention to those who represent us to the rest of the world. In doing so, it is my sincerest hope that we all ask ourselves this one simple question. Quote, do I approve of what my government has or is or will do to Americans and other citizens of Earth? End quote. If the answer is yes, then put your head back in the sand and let Uncle Sam do whatever he wants to that part of you still exposed above the sand. If your answer is no to any one of my examples, keep reading.